Hello friends, welcome to today's daily devotion. I'm reading to you now Philippians 4, starting at verse 9 and reading through verse 13. Hear now these words. Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put it into practice, and the God of peace will be with you. I rejoiced greatly in the Lord that at last you renewed your concern for me. Indeed, you were concerned, but you had no opportunity to show it. I am not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. There is so much that we could unpack in this section of Scripture, but I want to focus on the first verse and the last verse in this reading. The first verse was, whatever you've learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put it into practice. My friends, we are really good at being able to take ideas about Jesus, to learn things about Jesus, to appreciate things about Jesus, but what do we do with them? Do we apply them into our lives? Do we make our experience with God a reality in how we engage with the world around us? What does it look like for you as you have gone through this book of Philippians with me? We have gone through 2/3 of all of this, and Paul has taught us so much. What have you done with it? I would love for you to comment in the comment section and tell me, what is something that you have started doing that you hadn't been doing because you learned it during this study together? And then the last verse, verse 13, I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. Another way of phrasing this, you've seen in other versions of scriptures, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And this is a verse that has been bumper stickerized like crazy. There are so many people who will say, I can do all things. But that's not what Paul was emphasizing. Paul was emphasizing through Christ who strengthens me. You see, Paul had gone through so many difficult situations in his life. That's what he's talking about in the middle of, I've known what it is to have plenty. I know what it is to have little. But I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Meaning I can deal with it. I can handle it. I can survive it. Not because I'm big enough, not because I'm strong enough, not because I'm witty, whatever. It's Christ is bigger than my situation. Christ is bigger than my problem. I can do all things through Christ because Christ strengthens me. My friends, put something into practice and let Christ strengthen you. Join us this Sunday for worship. You can visit with us in person at 681 Mount Moriah Drive in Cincinnati, Ohio, or join with us online at our YouTube page, YouTube subscription channel, whatever the thing is that they call that. We gather at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m., and I invite you to be a part of our worshiping community. Engage with Christ with us. And I'll see you on Monday for another daily devotion.